Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about, it is now day 3, what are the best mythic plus charms you should be crafting and sweeping and make sure you have by day 3. In the Duo Trials today we have two different treasures, one is cooperative, one is raid. Now generally speaking, cooperative is a great treasure to sweep. And if you do not already have Ludovic charms, you need to sweep Ludovic charms. That is a top priority. Get his insight charms or craft them, whatever you want to do, but that needs to be done. Along with that, another great option will be the twins. Today, the twins are doing better by having sorcery charms, so try to make sure you get your twins with the sorcery charms by today as well, if possible. And then finally, the third option is going to be Smokey. Smokey is also used in the top team of today in Orson, and he will continue to be used in a lot of Dream Realm bosses. Try to get him either the recovering charms or the sorcery charms. Both give skill power, which are going to increase his attack buff that he provides to his team. Those are the three main support heroes, and I already have all 3 of their charms complete. So it leaves me in an awkward position. Do I try to sweep more charms here? If I wanted to, I would probably be looking for Mikola charms, trying to give her arcane or anything that gives her skill power, because that's going to increase her attack buff for my team whenever we do use Mikola, and she's still quite frequently used in top Dream Realm teams. But apart from that, I don't really need any other key charms for Dream Realm, so Mikola would be the final option here. The other treasure we have is the Raid treasure, and Raid is going to be a good option because there are 2 key heroes here, Harak and Sonya. So maybe not everyone will have Harak, but if you do have Harak, I am probably going to be sweeping for Harak charms today. Now, for the optimal set for Harak, it is undecided as of right now. There are ideas that maybe sorcery charms, maybe balance charms, maybe butcher charms. It could be any of these 3. And so that gives us a better option because we can just sweep and try to complete one of these sets and then try it out for a while. And then if it finds out to be a better one, we can just craft the remaining or whatever. So because Harak can actually use 3 different sets, we're probably going to be able to complete it even with our 6 sweeps of the day. Sonya is another great option if you don't have Harak. However, the thing is, in endless bosses, Sonya is not used as much. I think there are going to be maybe 2 bosses where Sonya is the top option. Maybe if you're limited, then she will be in other teams for you. And getting her the arcane charms is going to be a big boost. And so definitely, eventually, Sonya will be a priority. However, if you have Harak built, Harak is the #1 priority. So what we're going to do, we're going to sweep Harak charms because this is what I think is best for my account, because like I said, I already have the 3 key supports, Twins, Ludovic, and Smokey with their charms, and I already have Shakir's charms, but anyway, you can't sweep that today. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, sweep one by one, and we're gonna do all parts unlocked to begin with. Okay, we hit 2. Wow! We hit 2 sorcery charms right off the back. Now, sorcery is predicted to be the best for Harak, but honestly, I kind of doubt it, because I just don't see how sorcery is going to be so good for Harak. We're going to look at his abilities, like basically what it's going to provide to him after we're done sweeping, but we already got 2. Now we just have to hit the middle, but the thing is, you guys have probably seen that even if you hit 2 of them, hitting the middle one could take forever. We could not even get it after 5 runs. So I'm going to do a couple of sweeps. If we don't hit it, I might just craft it. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got the... Okay, this is good for PvP, Resolute Charm. Or Focus Charm. But that is not good for Dream Realm. And we haven't hit a good Dream Realm charm yet. So I'm going to keep sweeping mid until we get a good Dream Realm charm. We got Butcher. So now I just don't know what to do. Because like we could just craft the final charm if we wanted it. Like because then we would have a complete set. Because it does feel kind of inefficient to keep looking for a middle slot. Because honestly, it could take... We might not even get after 3 sweeps. I would rather try to begin working on another hero. Could be Sonya, could be Mikola. I think Mikola is going to see more use than Sonya, so I think I'm going to switch to Mikola right now. We'll have all parts unlocked to begin with. And you can take a look at what charms you have for the hero in case somehow you randomly got a charm, but we don't have anything for Mikola. So we're going to have to sweep, and we'll sweep all 3 parts. And, okay, let's see what we got. Okay, we got Sorcery. So Sorcery does give skill power. Now, it isn't going to be as much damage as Arcane, but it isn't going to be that big of a difference. It still gives the attack buff, same attack buff value to your team. So I'm going to now look for the other slots and try to finish either Sorcery or begin getting Arcane just to be a bit more optimal. And of course, as always, try to clear to the highest floor you can. Most people should be able to clear to floor 50 because your levels are going to carry over from your resonating level, resonating hall. And so like the 50 floors regular of Dual Trial should be easy. Nightmare might be challenging. However, don't worry about that too much. Try to get to 26, 27, or even 28 if possible. And then just go for your 50 floor sweep. You should get these things or get a pretty good chance of getting what you want. Okay, so we didn't get anything good here. We're going to go for one final sweep, either sorcery or arcane we're looking for. Okay, we got sorcery. So yeah, we just need like a left sorcery from Mikola or a middle sorcery from Harak, and then basically both of them are done. I'm not going to use my extra tokens for right now. I don't need them. There's no need for it specifically today because we already talked about the key heroes for today's boss, which are Shakir, Twins, Smokey, and Ludovic. And those are the number one priorities anyway to begin with. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Harak. So what is Harak actually going to be getting from his ultimate power? Let's look at that first. So the ultimate power doesn't increase his HP per second damage. It only increases his all of his strikes on his vicious bite. And the thing is, in endless bosses, even though he's going to get massive attack buffs from his kill stacks, I just don't think this is enough damage that actually is going to change much for boss damage. Maybe for Plague Creeper killing the Plague Summons more quickly with Vicious Bite, potentially. But I don't know. Ultimate Power I'm not a big fan of. However, I can get a bit behind Skill Power, not for the Tidal Assault bonus damage. It's mainly for the Flesh Feast. Because it's going to increase his critical rate. With each skill power he gets. So like 4 skill powers, it's going to increase his critical rate by 24. So rather than 50 boasts, it'll be 74. But the thing is, crit basically can only apply on your regular damage. It cannot apply on your HP per second damage. So the HP per second damage is not going to be increased at all by sorcery charms. And that is why I feel like balance charms, which actually increase your attack, that is going to increase your HP per second damage multiplier. And so for boss content, I still have a feeling that is going to be either, is probably going to be balance charms. Like, I just feel like balance charms are going to be the way to go. And like last season, balance was the best one. It was even better than Butcher. And that is because Butcher gives crit and crit damage boost, which is good for PvP, maybe even for Ravage Rum, where like a lot of your damage is coming from your raw multipliers, not your HP per second damage. But the crit cannot apply to HP per second damage. That is a fixed amount of damage. And that is why balance, just that raw attack, is probably going to be the best option. I don't know. Yeah, so I still have a feeling balance is most likely going to be the best optimal choice for Harak. And we didn't manage to get a single balance run off the sweeps, which is unfortunate. But sorcery is going to be in testing, so we'll test it. Who knows, maybe I'm wrong, but I just have a feeling that it's going to have to be balanced in endless bosses. I think for Ravage Rum things can be different, but for endless bosses I don't see how it would be different. Because, yeah. Okay, but again, to recap, the most important heroes you want to craft are Ludovic Insight Charms, Shakir Mystic Charms. These are the top 2 priority for everyone's account, assuming you have Shakir plus 10 exclusive equipment, and assuming you have Ludovic belt. Twins then will probably be the number 3 priority with Sorcery Charms. I know they didn't do well for Thalassa, but after that, they have been best to be running with the Sorcery Charms. So that is going to be important, and as time goes on, I think there are going to be a lot of teams which are going to benefit from the Sorcery Charms of the Twins. But one thing to mention, and someone pointed it out in my Discord server, is you can actually run the Eagle Charms on Twins, like if you get the Eagle Charms complete before Sorcery, because both of them give ultimate power. The only difference between Eagle versus Sorcery is that Sorcery also gives skill power, but like we've analyzed before, the skill power on Elijah Lila hardly matters. That is just going to slightly increase the energy that they give to their linked Stellar Bonded allies, which hardly changes anything, because your Stellar Bonded allies, for the most part, they not depend on energy. However, if you're like linking a Harak, then it can matter. But like if you're linking a Smokey, a Ludovic, the damage is not from their ultimate. Like Smokey's damage obviously is from his ultimate, but he's going to get that off, and it's a one-time thing, right? He's going to get it off whether you give him energy or not. So, but maybe with like a Harak team, it could be valuable because then he can maybe cycle his ultimates a little bit faster. But anyway guys, that's going to be basically it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Let me know how your crafting and sweeping went for today. I'm not going to be crafting any charms for today. I'm just going to hold my resources, and I recommend that you guys do the same, because it's always best to hold your resources until after you've done your sweeps for the day, because even if you're sweeping a treasure that doesn't drop charms for that specific hero, like if we're sweeping support treasure, it's still possible we could hit like a Taline charm, for example. And so like if you craft those charms today, then you might hit it in a future day. So tomorrow is going to be mage, and probably mage is what we're going to want to do. Because I've already done marksman on day 1 for Odie and Bonnie. And Odie, I know he doesn't have the optimal charm set, but if he has any charm set, either it be Bloodlust or Gale or Insight, then just leave him probably and begin focusing mage. Taline will have use, and then also Tassi for AFK stages and PvP. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Let's hit it before the end of the season. But thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now. And also feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. But I'll see you guys in the next one.